Right, what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to build out user personas and then create social media adverts using ChatGPT. Right, first of all, what you have to do is you have got to create what is called a locked knowledge base. And what this is basically doing, imagine someone comes to work for you and they're going to be your salespeople, they're going to be your marketing people, whatever. You have got to teach them how the company runs, you've got to teach them the products, etc. And this is what this is going to do. So what we basically have, and you can download these. These are in the somewhere in the files in the by this video. So we have 4 files: brand positioning, customer profile, product catalog, store profile. If you're not doing a store, you can use this for anything. You just put business profile, whatever, and then you put your stuff, you put all of your stuff in here. So like, just swap out store name, whatever, but you've got to convert this over for you. And what this is going to do is this is going to give enough knowledge to ChatGPT to understand your business. So the first prompt that we have here, we are going to create a knowledge base and lock it. Right. So what you do is you come over to ChatGPT. When you do that, you hit the plus sign. You see the plus sign in the bottom left just by ask anything. You do add photos and files, and you add the 4 files. At the same time that you add the files, you put the prompt in there. And then basically what it's going to do, it's going to confirm this has been done by having knowledge base locked for marketing execution. So what this basically means is that it won't source anything from outside, so it won't hallucinate. So it kind of understands the store, it understands, everything, right? And then the next prompt is using the locked knowledge database, create a high value data persona focused on gym performance customers. What this is doing is this is only going to do this for performance customers. So say you want to get it to do it for yours, then create like some type of persona that you want it to be. So like you could sit there and say, I want this for, say you've got a B2B product. You can sit there and say, I want this for a head of marketing, or I want this for whatever. And it will then create the persona. Do you see what I mean? So, and what I've done in here is it will generate the persona and it will return the persona. It's then going to create the advert. Now, I want you to look at the advert because what I've done in this prompt, do you want this result in this time without objection? Imagine how you'll feel in time when you have this result. Imagine continuing living with the pain. This is a structure, a template that I've created over the years, which I find to be the most effective that I know for sales, for grabbing people's attention in the feed that this is going to be. Because basically people are looking for a result. They don't care less about what your product name is or whatever, and they want it in a certain time, and there may be an objection. What you are going to do is you are going to show them the result, the time, and get rid of the objection all in the first sentence, right? So let's just say, for instance, I sell protein powder, you sell protein powder, but I know that the market does not want protein powder with sugar. So I sit there and say, do you want 40 grams of protein in each shot without sugar? If you're doing the same thing, do you want 40 grams of protein without, and you don't have that, they'll buy from me, not from you. And this is a thing that you can do for pretty much anything. So say you're doing B2B, you're doing a SaaS solution or something like that, and it's a sales thing. Do you want 100 leads per day without having to trawl through yell.com or something, or LinkedIn? Do you kind of see what I mean? The objections are sales points. Actually, like, start realizing that if you can overcome an objection, you will beat your competitors for the sale. So what it's going to do is it's going to follow. Then what you actually have to do is you have to create the emotional connection to actually sell, because people buy on emotions. So you want the person to imagine how they'll feel in that time when they have that result. And then you then want to create a negative emotion. Imagine continuing living with the pain, and that will be the emotional connection, which will actually get them to sell. The first line is the logical reason as to why they should buy. Second 2 lines are the emotional, and it will then create the persona. So let's go back to ChatGPT, and bang. Do you want faster muscle recovery? There's your LinkedIn advert, Facebook advert, Instagram, Reddit advert. And what I've also done is I've now started putting in stuff so that you can go and continue creating this. So prompt flow number 2, lock database, keep locking the prompt as flow 1. So once you've already you don't actually have to put that in, because you must have done step 1 to create the knowledge base in the first one, and this will just create another persona. But this time we want to sell to endurance athletes, so it's going to sit there and say endurance athletes such as runners and cyclists, include goals, frustrations, whatever. That will generate the persona. Then the advert is exactly the same. Then we want to do one for gut sensitive. This is another persona, and you can just keep going through. So all you've got to do is look at the prompts, then swap out what you want for yours. So here is the adverts for an endurance athlete. There it creates the persona for them, so you know how to target them. It will then create the advert for them. And then again, it's going to do this for another persona, and then it will create the advert. As I said, all of these files, you need to go and get these, just change these out to your company, and everything else is in there. If you get stuck or anything, just drop me a message and I'll help you. Okay, I hope this helps, by the way.